The talk of the TV world. This is TV bounty hunter Duane "Dog" Chapman in hot water for what he said in a private phone conversation that was taped. He uses some vile, some racist language while he's discussing his son's girlfriend. Here, you could hear it for yourself.
She's a Mexican, a whore, whatever. It's not because she's black. It's because we use the word sometimes here. I'm not going to take a chance ever in life of losing everything I've worked for 30 years because some heard us say and turned us into the Inquirer magazine. Our career is over.
It's an unbelievable discussion. The National Enquirer got a hold of the tape and made it public. Chapman then apologized, but today Chapman's lawyer claims it was Chapman's own son, Tucker, who sold the tape to the Enquirer. Also, A&E Network has just yanked the show from the air. The quote is indefinitely. Let's go to entertainment correspondent Brooke Anderson. She's been following the story for us. First of all, what do they mean by suspended indefinitely? What are your sources telling you, Brooke?
Well, the A&E Network tells us they have suspended production for the foreseeable future, Rick, that they're not using the word canceled at this point, but that it is suspended indefinitely, and they are taking this very seriously, and they tell us they will take the appropriate action after the inquiry is concluded.
Is there any
And I want to mention also that this show is one of the highest rated shows on the A&E Network, so this is a big move for the network to do this in such a swift manner.
This guy's got a heck of a following. He's been on Larry King. He's been all over the place, and I'm wondering what kind of relationship he has with his son for his son to record his conversation and then sell it to the National Enquirer if that holds.
Right. Well, Chapman's attorney says that Chapman does believe it was his son, Tucker, who taped the conversation and sold it to the National Enquirer. TMZ reporting he received $15,000 for the tape. The attorney tells us the two had a very strained relationship, that Tucker wasn't following the conditions of his parole, not complying with drug testing, and that created a lot of anger between the two. He said, you know, that Chapman is very sorry for his words and pledges never to use such inappropriate language in the future. Also issued a statement to CNN saying much of the same thing, but also saying, Rick, that his words were taken out of context.
Well, you know, it's interesting because what he's saying is, I need to protect my reputation for possibly using any vile or using a slur against African Americans, and then he continues to use a slur against African Americans. I mean, to listen to the conversation, it seems terribly ironic, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and he did say in the conversation that they use that word kind of freely, but he did say that they don't use the word in a derogatory or offensive manner, but you can hear in the tape he actually does refer to Tucker's girlfriend as the N-word. So it is sadly ironic, and he is taking a page, it seems, out of the playbook of Michael Richards and Don Imus, Rick, with this very quick public apology, and he's also reached out to a lot of civil rights leaders. Al Sharpton, he wants to speak to him in the future about this.
Yeah, but he says, you know, don't bring her to my house because we're possibly going to use offensive language. Well, then don't use offensive language.
Right.
I mean, it just does seem somewhat bizarre in behavior and in everything else. Well, Brooke Anderson, thanks so much for hustling and getting us the results of that story, or the results of this report from A&E, essentially saying it's suspended indefinitely. We'll follow it up. Thanks so much.